Hello everyone, I am Balaram Panigre and here I am to present the capstone project on customer segmentation. And my team has three members and their name also mentioned here. So this is the content of our project. First, business understanding, data summary, feature analysis, exploratory data analysis, data pre-processing, implementing algorithms, what challenges and conclusions. And going over to the next slide. Business understanding. So customer segmentation is the practice of dividing a company's customer into groups that reflects a similarity among customers in each group. The goal of segmenting customer is to decide how to relate to customers in each segment in order to maximize the value of each customer to the business. So in every project, in every business, first we need to understand the business, what is the problem and why we are doing this. So we need to understand first the business problems. Means every problem we have to understand like in the view of business perspective. So custom segmentation has the potential to allow marketers to address each customers in most effective way using the large amount of data available on customers. A customer segmentation allows marketers to identify discrete groups of customers with a high degree of accuracy based on demographic, behavioral, and other indicators. So the data set given to us, the objective is to build a clustering model that would perform customer segmentations. So here we are going to say, segment the customers to increase our business or to develop our business. So going over to next slide, data summary. Here is the summary of our data. And there are total 54,909 rows instances or records are there, and total 8 features are there. And this is a transactional data set with the transactions occurring between 1st December 2010 to 9th December 2010 for a UK based online retailer. So many customers of the company are the wholesalers. So here is the summary. This is the top means the top 5 records, the first 5 records with all features are there. And coming over to the feature summary. So what are the meaning of there are, as I told, there are 8 number of features are there. So we need to understand each feature. So what does it by mean? So the content of that set had features such as invoice number. So invoice number is a nominal 6-digit integral number uniquely assigned to each transaction. If this code starts with letter C, it indicates a cancellation. Stock code. So product code or item code is a nominal type of data, and a 5-digit integral number uniquely assigned to each distinct product. And description. Product name, obviously it's a nominal, and quantity, the quantity of each product or transaction, it's a numeric data. Invoice date and time, it is also numeric, the day and time when each transaction was generated. Unit price, the product price per unit in sterling or in it is also in numeric. And customer ID, customer number, so nominal, and a 5-digit integral number uniquely assigned to each customer. Country name, nominal, the name of the country where each customer resides. So now coming over to insights from our data set. So in every problem, in our every project, we need to identify the hidden insights from our data set. So this data is from the UK based retailer and retailers up, and in our data set there are 50, as I told, 54,909 rows and 8 columns are there for our 4 categorical features like invoice number, stock code, description, and country. And there are a lot of missing values are present on our data set. So which we can be seen by description and customer ID and columns removed, and columns these are having null values, and we have to remove all these things. So there are duplicate values also present, and we need to remove duplicate values. And one date and time features are also available, like invoice date, outlier presents only in quantity. In quantity column and unit price column, there are outliers are present. And removed cancel orders. Add new features from our date and time columns such as month, days, hours. Like we have to divide into 3 columns in from our date time data column. Means from date and time column we are going to make 3 different such columns as month, days, and hours. And add a total amount. Converted, we need to convert data types. So now coming to customer ID column, there are 4,339 unique customer IDs are there, customers are there, and out of which 17,841 ID is the most active customer. Means that customer is continuously purchasing something from the retailer. And analysis in a country column. So as it is a UK based retailer shop, so UK United Kingdom has the most ordered, means most selling and highest number of customers are there. And UK, Germany, France were the top countries having more number of customers. Since dataset belong to UK based company, UK had majority of customers are there in UK only. And description column. So in the description column, so white hanging hard tea light holder has the highest number of selling product. Next Regency, these are the top 5 products which are being sold more. And this is a stock code. These are the top 5 stock codes are there. Analysis as month wise. As I told, we have nearly 1 year of data in our data set. So from the data set, we concluded October, November, December could be the month with highest sales in anticipation of Christmas. Yeah, obviously in October, November, December, more festivals are there. So there is the October, November, December is the 3 month with the highest sale, and there is January and February with the very lowest or very minimum sale is there. So analysis day wise. So most of the customers have purchased this item in Thursday, Wednesday, and Tuesday, and Friday have the very minimum sale rate. Now coming to the analysis on hourly wise. So working hours witnessing the highest sales could be attributed to the fact that a large part of the data set is a wholesalers data. So here, as we can see, from 11 to 2 o'clock, there is a high sale is there during the afternoon time. So there is a low sale in evening and a high sale in there is a high sale in afternoon time and a moderate sale in morning time. So here is the numerical analysis of numerical variables, highly positively skewed. This is the quantity, unit price, and stock and amount is there, and highly positively skewed and need to do log transformation. Here is the RFM model. So first we need to know what is the RFM model. So created features such as recency, frequency, and monetary. And recency, the freshness of the customer's activity, be it purchase or visits. So for example, time since the last order to the last engaged with the product. And the frequency of the customer transactions or visit. So for example, the total number of transactions or average time between the transactions again or engaged visits. Next, monetary, the intention of customer to spend or purchasing power of customers. So total average transaction value, this is the monetary. So here we will see the recency. This is also a skewed is the skewness is there, and after applying logarithmic transformation, this becomes a nearly normal distributed plot. and frequency also there, only skewness is there, and we have after logarithm it become a normally distributed plot, like monetary also same here. So coming to shell out score and elbow method on R&M means uh, recency and monetary. This is the shell out score and elbow method on recency and monetary. So coming to here, as you can see a elbow plot here, there is here is the k value is 2, because after 2 there is no such more changes there. That's why here the optimal value of k will decide as 2. And here the customer segmentation is done as a two group. Here two centroids are there, and two groups, two segments is there. So now the score and elbow method on frequency and monetary. This is the recess and monetary, and this is the frequency and monetary. Here also the optimal value of k is considered as a 2. Here we can see clearly that if you will take the number of cluster is 2, then the score is 0.39. The if the where it is 3, it is 0.30. When it is 15, it is 0.25. Here we can see the number of cluster is inversely proportional to the silhouette score, because when the cluster increases, the score decreases. This is the graphical presentation. When the number of clusters is taken as 2, this is the diagram is there, and here two centers are there, and two type of segment is there, two customer segment and two group is there. Like that, when it is considered as 3, here three centers are there. Elbow method and customer chart on RFM. So as you can see, this is the optimal value of k is considered as 2, because after 2 there is no such changes are there. And customer segmentation based on a recency, frequency, and monetary. There are also two centers are there, and two group of clusters are there. So here's the RFM analysis. After RFM analysis, here we can clearly see that the number of clusters are there. This customer ID 1 2 3 4 6 belongs to first customer, and this 1 2 3 4 7 belongs to another cluster. With RFM score also given here, and RFM all values are also given here. Here recency logarithmic after logarithmic log values are also given here. So now coming to hierarchical clustering. So here we have plotted a dendrogram, and from this dendrogram we can clearly see the there is two clusters are there. So the number cluster will be the number of vertical lines which are being intersected by the line drawn using the threshold of 90. Number of here the number of cluster is 2, and the threshold is 90 here. So DBSCAN 2 recency, RFM and model DBSCAN. So density based spatial clustering of application with noise. We see that the customers are well separated when the cluster them by when we cluster them by recency, frequency, and monetary, and optimal number of cluster is equal to 3 here. Here we have considered as the cluster as 3 in DBSCAN clustering. So challenges. So here are the challenges which we have faced during this project. First of all, this is a larger data set which has a nearly 54,000 numbers of records are there, and 8 columns are there. Need to plot a lot of graph to analysis, and lot of null values are also there. Continuous runtime and RAM crash due to large data set, and the right number of k for clusters. So there is the this is the very difficult to consider, means the choosing on right number of clusters. Now coming to conclusion. So throughout the analysis, we went through the various steps to perform customer segmentation. We started with the data wrangling, in which we tried to handle null values, duplicates, and performed feature modifications. Next, we did some exploratory data analysis and tried to draw observations from the features we had in the dataset. Next, we formulated some quantitative factors such as recency, frequency, and monetary, known as RFM model for each of the customers. So we implemented K-means clustering algorithm on these features. We also performed seal out and elbow method analyzing to determine the optimal number of clusters, which was 2. We saw customers having high recency and low frequency and monetary values were part of one cluster, and customers having low recency and high frequency monetary values were part of another cluster. We saw higher values of frequency, monetary, and low values of recency is deciding one class, and low values frequency, monetary, and high values of recency is deciding other class. So thank you for your time.